Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Representative Jamie Smith, a Democrat from Sioux Falls who is challenging Kristi Noem in South Dakota's gubernatorial race, has released 7 pieces of legislation.
He says they were set to be a part of a special legislative session on abortion.
Among the issues addressed are Medicaid expansion and an exception to the state's abortion ban in cases of rape or incest.
These bills represent a collection of simple, common-sense solutions to urgent problems concerning maternal health and child welfare. Among them, tax cuts for foster families and child care providers, funding for maternal health care, and proposed exceptions for rape and incest in South Dakota's new trigger law.
Right now, abortion is banned in the state in all cases other than to save the pregnant mother's life. Election day is November 8th.
Meanwhile, Governor Noem's re-election campaign recently ran social media ads targeted at out-of-state residents.
Her saddle-up video drew viewers in Ohio, Nevada, New Hampshire, and several other states. Campaign spokesman Ian Fury says the ads are intended to show the freedom in South Dakota and invite people to share in it.
The ads do not mention voting for Noem for governor of South Dakota. Digital reporter Ray Yost has details on the costs of the advertising and the targeted states in a KELOLAND.com original story right here on our website.
A 27-year-old Sioux Falls man is accused of threatening 5 people, including 3 children, with a gun. Authorities say Anthony Fee was tailgating another car near 32nd Street and Sertoma Avenue Saturday evening, while the other driver, quote, brake checked him. As the suspect drove around the victims, authorities say one of the victims threw a cup at the suspect's car. That's when investigators say Anthony Fee got out of his vehicle and pointed a gun at the family. One of the victims took a picture which helped police make an arrest.
The best thing that I would say is, just take a breath, take some time, don't do anything to provoke somebody because you don't know who's going to be armed, you don't know what they're going to do.
Fee faces 5 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Tribal officials on the Pine Ridge Reservation are investigating a homicide. Early Sunday morning, officers responded to an assault report in Pine Ridge Village. That's when they found the body of Maria Makes-Him First of Oglala, South Dakota. Police are asking anyone with information to please contact authorities.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Well, today's weather not as hot as yesterday. That's some good news. It is windy, though. Let's have a look at the highs yesterday. We hit 100 in Chamberlain, 108 in Pierre, and look at Phillip and Faith, 110 yesterday. That is some hot weather. Of course, it is drying out for some folks. The Southwest today has a red flag warning, or interchangeably the phrasing fire weather warning. That's the Pine Ridge area back to Hot Springs. Be extra careful there as things are windy and humidity levels also very dry. Temperatures today, upper 80s, low 90s from Pierre to Sioux Falls. Note all the wind, 20 to 40 plus. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Brian. Sioux Falls police ran alcohol compliance checks in the northeast area of the city last night. Of the 35 businesses officers checked, 7 failed and sold alcohol to someone under 21 years old. In each case, the employee responsible was given a ticket and a court date. The Sioux Falls Police Department says it will continue to conduct random alcohol compliance checks throughout the city.
If you see some smoke coming from the sewers in northern Rapid City this week, don't be alarmed. It's just the city testing the sewer collection system in the area. The main testing area will be between North Lacrosse Street and Dias Avenue along Seeger Drive. The testing will consist of blowing smoke into the sewer lines and observing the location of exiting smoke. You may see smoke exiting manholes, sewer grates, or homes or business sewer vents on Wednesday and Thursday.
You're invited to get out on the Missouri River this weekend. The Missouri National Recreational River Rangers are holding a kayaking event on July 22nd. Gets underway at 2 p.m. at the Bubble, which is south of Lake Yankton. You'll then float down to Riverside Park. Trip is expected to take around an hour and a half with some possible stops along the way. You are asked to bring your own kayak and equipment. The event is free and open to all ages, though kids under 12 must have an adult with them.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, here are the temperatures today. The latest hour-by-hour forecast. Of course, northwest winds are going to make a big difference. The humidity levels have been dropping. The air is a lot drier behind this front. We'll have probably a mixed bag of upper 80s and low 90s for highs around Pierre, for example, today. Sioux Falls, upper 80s. We may end up dragging in a couple of spots on radar in the northeast. We'll see if that materializes around Sisseton or Watertown either late this afternoon or early this evening with all this wind coming in out of North Dakota. Tonight we'll settle back the wind over time. It'll probably take a while, though, around Watertown to do that. And then tomorrow, temperatures are still plenty hot. We're going to feature a lot of 90-degree weather west of Sioux Falls all the way through Rapid City and Pierre, likely somewhere in the lower to middle 90s. Maybe a chance of a thunderstorm crossing over from southeast North Dakota tomorrow night. That's something we're going to take a second look at a little later today, see if we can put a little rain in there for Watertown and Millbank. Otherwise, the pattern is basically still pretty dry until the end of the week. 88 Sioux Falls today, 90 Mitchell. How about the end of the week? Well, for right now, Friday and Saturday, a couple of areas of thunderstorms should develop. So it's kind of one of those cases of we think a little rain's around. It's just a matter of how's it going to affect your location? I would say, though, the odds are at least at 30%. That will pick up some rain for Sioux Falls, so that's still there in the forecast. It also looks to me like we're going to start to cool back a little bit, pull back the rains early next week on some of the worst of the heat. And there'll be more developing weather on that, I'm sure, in the days to come. We still have some hot days ahead for Aberdeen, no question, Wednesday through Friday. Still above normal, even though the air is not as humid. And for Pierre and Rapid, it's more of a dry heat. It'll be in the middle 90s, much of the 7-day forecast. For now, not as much rain chances here for western South Dakota yet. We'll keep an eye on that, though, for next week. Check out more details online at KELOLAND.com.